This is Malfunctioning RoboCop Murphy heading back at you with another unboxing slash review. Today, as you can see from the box, we are going to be reviewing a knife from EOS, which is Elite Outfitting Solutions. They make a lot of stuff. They make folder knives, they make fixed blade knives, they make wallets. I actually have a wallet, a really nice titanium wallet that I bought from them as well. I might show on here sometime or post up on my social media. But I really like these guys. I know there's been, hit or miss reviews out there with some of their stuff, but aesthetically and fit and finish wise, they are very, very pleasing to look at. But I have a problem with looking at knives and finding something that I like that has been discontinued, or they've stopped production on it, and I'm scrambling around the internet to find a secondary dealer that I can buy it from, or private dealer I can buy it from, especially brand new. I've never bought a used knife in my life, so the same with this. This is brand new. I bought it from a private person on eBay. Let's go ahead and open her up. All right, so as you can see, we are doing a fixed blade today. I like the hay. It's a nice touch. Not as fancy, and they don't throw a bunch of other stuff at you, like stickers and pamphlets and cards in here, so, or wipey cloths. So yeah, that's what we got. So this is the EOS Thresher fixed blade knife. It is a dagger, a double-edged dagger, and aside from being a fixed blade, this is also not your, typical utility knife. This is not a bushcrafting knife. This is for self-defense and tactical. This is something that I would wear on the front of my plate carrier. If I was in an operation, this is something that I would have on my plate carrier that I could grab right out the front and have quick access to. Obviously, with most daggers, this is a penetrating knife, obviously. We are looking at, with this knife, we'll start with the handles, okay? We've got carbon fiber handles. We've got a pommel that is titanium, which comes to a nice little spike there. You could do some damage with that pommel strike. Actually really good looking. On a lot of the other ones of these knives, they have different colors. They'll anodize it and they'll do different colors. But yeah, you could do a lot of damage with that. This knife is the full-size version that they discontinued back in 2021. The knife that's still in production with this is the mini thresher, which is a 7.5-inch version, I believe, compared to this 9.5, 10-inch one. So this is the full size. I guess they felt like the mini was a lot more marketable and people liked it better. Their sales were better. So again, we've got carbon fiber handles here and titanium pommel spike, double-edged dagger. We've got nice design in the carbon fiber here, a little bit of contouring going on with the handles. We have a 3V CPM 3V tool steel for the blade, and I'll tell you what, I'm a big fan of CPM 3V. If you ever watch the Dutch bushcraft guys, those guys hold 3V very high. I'm with them. I love it. It's a great steel. I know it's been around a while, but it's just a good, reliable, tough steel. It's got good wear resistance. It holds an edge really well. So let's go ahead. Yeah, wow, look at that tip. That tip is sharp. I like the two-tone on this blade. That's actually part of what attracted me to this. This got these like meridian mountains here design on the back with the two-tone Cerakote coating. Um, I'm not a huge fan of Cerakote. I like the DLC a little bit better. Obviously, DLC is harder and it's harder to scratch and it's harder to rub off on. So I don't see myself using this for any type of utility purpose. So this is going to be purely for self-defense. So I don't really have to worry about this wearing off too much. I'm not going to take this out in the yard or cut open boxes with it or anything like that. So let's go ahead and measure it. Like I said, this is their full size, so I know it's 9.5, but let's, from pommel till tip, yep, 9.5. Just falls a little bit short under 3.5. Let's go for the blade here. And it's about a 4, well, let's say about a 4.5 inch blade there. And let's do the cutting edge. Cutting edge, we have, I'd say the cutting edge is about 4.5 on this too, if we're measuring from there. So this is a knife that the only thing that worries me, and this is with all daggers, not just this one, is the lack of a handguard. Now, this knife is for penetration, stabbing, slicing, obviously. When you're doing that in a self-defense situation and you stab or you penetrate, you're going to hit bone or you're going to miss or something's going to happen. And what happens is your hand will slide forward onto the blade, accidentally cutting yourself. It's happened with, I watch a lot of true crime, and you hear about these things, with stabbing victims, not to get too gruesome, but with stabbing victims, you always hear about the killer leaving their blood or their DNA because the knife that they stabbed them with did not have a hand guard on it. And in the heat of passion, your hand slides forward and you end up cutting yourself on the blade and leaving your own DNA blood around. So um, let's go ahead and weigh this as well. It's funny with my little scale here. I'm going to put this big blade on it, but it balances on there nice. So we have about 6.03 ounces. It's not too bad. It's a solid knife, and it does have some heft to it. The carbon fiber obviously makes it lighter. I know on the mini thresher for EOS, their blade is 3.625 inches and 7.5 inches overall. So yeah, that this full size one. I wanted the full size. I could have easily, and I would have had more choices too, buying the smaller one. But I always like the full size version of things. I like bigger, overbuilt knives, even when it comes to the fixed blade knives. So this, let's talk about the sheath. Actually, real quick, let's check out what the screws are on this. I don't see much of a reason to take these take these scales off, but you never know. You never know. T25, because this one looks big. Yep, right on the money. That's a T25. So if you want to take the handles off, I hope you have a T25 bit. Um, just so you can see my materials here, I use by Chardon. It's a nice little set. I got this for $25, and it's a 153 piece hand bit set. Look at all the different options you get here. You get a nice hand driver here, nothing fancy or anything like that, but good reliable tools. So these are the tools that I use. Nothing fancy or expensive, but comes with a nice hard case too as well. Let's check out the blade stock on this. Oh, as far as the price goes, just so you know, they list this on their website because they still have it up there, said sold out on EOS's website. It still says sold out on there, but they have the price listed as $325. I got this for right around 200 on eBay plus tax. So it's selling for less than what they intended it for, which is fine by me. I mean, I like it. I love it. It's I like I said, I will carry this on the front of my plate carrier when I'm out doing like practice drills with my son and shooting our AR and stuff like that. It's just it's a good knife to have. So let's check out the blade stock on this. Yeah, we've got 3.93 millimeters. I guess that would be around 15 hundredths of an inch for the blade stock. Let's talk about the sheath. The sheath has a nice little Stonewash EOS logo badge on there, which is pretty cool. You've got a tech lock on the back where you can change it from scout carry to vertical carry on your belt. If I carry this on my belt, which I've carried knives like this on my belt with this kind of heft to it, I like to carry it in the back, in the small of my back, so I can reach around my back and pull it out kind of sneakily if I need to. And it's just the weight of it and the way it pulls down on your belt is not very comfortable. So if I'm going to carry something like that, I want it to be smaller. And maybe in that situation, the mini would be a lot better. But it's nice, it's light, it's lightweight, and like I said, it's got a tech lock so you can change the carry options for you. It clicks, let's see, it clicks in there really nice. And you just can push off with your thumb right here for quick deployment. But it does, it snaps in there nice. Take a look at that, not too bad. And take a look at the blade work there, the fit and finish on the blade. They have on the mini, they have very similar options as the full size has with these designs and the two-tone blade finish. You can get carbon fiber scales. They do a lot of G10 options as well with either different color pommel options. This one's a spike. Some have more of like just a flat surface pommel, titanium that sticks out. So, but like I said, it feels regular grip here. It feels good in the hand. The handles are contoured here a bit. I have medium size hands. I wear medium latex gloves. So just so you can get an idea of size here. Murder grip. Placing your thumb on the back here is not very comfortable with that pommel spike. So you'll want to kind of put it off to the side or just leave it sticking straight out. But again, I'm weary of knives, any knife, especially a dagger, that does not have a hand guard on it. And although it looks a lot cooler without the hand guard serves a purpose. So let's do a quick comparison in size to a couple other fixed blades that I have. We'll start off with the big boy and we'll do an SE6. Obviously a lot bigger knife. And then I have an SE4, which is still, it's shorter, but very similar in size actually. So not too bad. But there's your comparisons. And I believe that's it, guys. Again, I really appreciate y'all following me and checking out my content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, if you can hit the notifications bell, that way anytime I come out with new content, you guys can be notified and watch it. And check me out on Instagram and TikTok at Malfunctioning Robocop. I'm always doing reels and stories on there, and even just pictures too. So if I'm like I said, I've in the past, I'm gonna do a giveaway at some point. Maybe when I reach 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna do a giveaway. So look out for that here in the future. And again, thanks for your support, guys. I'll see you next time. RoboCop Murphy out.